have with us Gary Springer. He is with us from GetYourHealthTested.com. Gary, welcome to the show, and tell us a little more about what GetYourHealthTested.com is all about.
Thank you, Jimmy. Glad to be on your show. Let me tell you, I'm so excited about this. I really believe that this is the biggest breakthrough in human health and nutrition that's came along in a long time. I've been studying nutrition and being around people that are involved in nutrition and looking at supplements and experimenting and using, and now we finally have a way that we can have our blood, our saliva, and our urine tested in the most modern testing laboratory in the world. They're a licensed medical testing and nutritional testing laboratory. They tell you exactly what vitamins and nutrients that you need to improve your health status, and they recommend natural vitamins and natural foods and natural herbs. It's just powerful.
And you don't need a doctor to have these tests run. I think a lot of people think, well, if I have my health tested, I have to go pay a doctor visit and all this. But no, it's all included at GetYourHealthTested.com.
That's exactly right, and that makes it very, very affordable. It's absolutely the most affordable tests of their kind in the world. It's very difficult to find these tests anywhere else because this organization we're working with it's called Metametrics. It's the most advanced testing laboratory in the world of its kind, focusing on natural health.
Yeah. The thing I love the best about it, Gary, was I myself had these tests done on my health, and I found things that I would have never even thought about might have been a culprit in my own health, and they give you this really great report that is written in plain English. It's very easy to understand. It really is the whole package for people that are interested in improving their own health.
Absolutely, Jimmy. This is the most phenomenal thing about this opportunity to get your health tested. Is that the reports, instead of being medical jargon that you can't understand with a bunch of numbers, they're color glossy reports up to 23 pages that lay out exactly what we found during the testing process and what recommendations you should follow to improve your health, including natural herbs and vitamins and nutrition, diet. It's a whole body approach too. We involve sleep and meditation, relaxation. This is the most phenomenal way to improve your health that I've ever seen. Nothing comes close.
One of the tests that's included in the GetYourHealthTested.com, and that is the stress test. And I got to tell you, Gary, I had this test run, and I had no idea my cortisol levels were so high at night. I was having trouble sleeping, and I could not figure it out for the life of me. And I had the GetYourHealthTested.com stress test conducted, and oh my gosh, I have high cortisol.
This is the reason why you really have to have you have to take advantage of the modern testing laboratory that we have today, because you don't really know until you're tested. With the stress test, we not only test your cortisol level but also your DHEA, and these two hormones work together.
Yeah. And
you need to know what their levels are 4 different times during the day. And it's a very simple test to take that's done by testing your saliva in the morning, in the afternoon, and evening at night. And so with these cortisol and DHEA levels, we have a profile of how your body's handling stress. And you can't determine that any other way but in a laboratory. And when you have that, you know whether or not you're endangered by one of the most harmful things to your health, which is stress. You have to know and respond properly to getting your health under control using natural nutrition to make sure your body's handling stress well.
Well, and the thing about stress, and especially cortisol levels, is you don't always feel it. And so getting tested is kind of a surefire way of knowing for sure exactly how the stress hormone cortisol is impacting you.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Now, Gary, tell us what the FIT test is and why my listeners need to have this done.
Well, the FIT test is a very important test because it focuses on what you need to do to maintain general health. It's fitness, and most importantly, it helps you attain your ideal weight. It tests for certain biomarkers that demonstrate how much insulin you have in your blood, and insulin is the key because insulin is what causes your body to retain fat.
Right.
And after we determine the levels of insulin in your blood, then we can determine the amount of carbohydrates and protein to balance your diet, how many grams of carbohydrate and how many grams of protein you need in your diet so that your body can return to its normal weight gradually.
Gary, and that was one of the coolest parts of this entire test. If people don't take any other test, I really hope they take the fit test, because that having that customized plan of exactly how many grams of carbohydrates, exactly how much protein you need in your diet, I think that is like the key to this whole thing.
It really is, because once your insulin's out of balance, it causes you to crave foods. You have that, you're locked into fat storage, so therefore you can't metabolize fats for energy. So then you crave the very foods that cause you to gain weight. And so with the very accurate and colorful brochure that explains exactly what foods that you need to eat to break this elevating insulin so that you can start burning fat and lose weight. I mean, it's just, we can talk about theories on what's best to lose weight, but when you go to the most advanced nutritional laboratory in the world and they test your biochemistry and they come with a blueprint for your physiology and it says, wow, you know what, your insulin's elevated, and we can address that by diet and specifically designed for you. How can you beat that? Forget about the theories. This is the science behind your own body, and this is what's happening.
Now, we've had you talk about the fit test, but there is a similar test, but I want you to tell us what's different about it, called the digest test. Tell us what the digest test is and why it's so important.
The digest test is so hugely important because, nutrition is so valuable for our health, and many people hear the phrase over and over again, you are what you eat. But the truth of the matter is you're not what you eat, you are what your body is able to digest and assimilate. So your digestion is key to your health status. And if you have heartburn, indigestion, acid reflux, these are indicators that your digestion system's not working right. And so, the worst part is that when people have these problems with digestion, they grab the antacid tablets. And when you do that, it's going in the exact opposite direction. So what you need to do is you need to find out exactly why you're having these problems and have tests done in the laboratory. And then we can recommend a holistic approach, the nutrients that you need, the digestive enzymes, probiotics, and to improve your digestive system instead of masking the symptoms of heartburn and such.
So whereas the fit test tells you what food you should be eating, the digest test kind of tells you how everything's working as that food enters your body and what supplementation would probably maximize your health.
That's exactly right. And then in the lab report that you get, it explains all the various avenues, the natural avenues, how you can increase your digestion, the probiotics, the natural bacteria in your intestines, how you can elevate them to increase the amount of vitamins that are available to you. Most people overlook the digestive enzymes.
Right.
They're so powerful for digesting your proteins, and this is the key to making sure you have proper digestive health.
One of the neat things about GetYourHealthTested.com is after you get tested, they don't leave you hanging. You actually get customized vitamins that are sent directly to you and for you personally based on the results of your test. Now, Gary, tell us a little more about how GetYourHealthTested.com comes up with these formulations that are customized for the individual.
Jim, this is the most amazing thing about GetYourHealthTested.com. Now, instead of guessing what vitamins you need and the ratios that you need, your tests are performed on your own biochemistry to come up with a nutritional profile that lets us to determine exactly what vitamins and nutrients you need. And from that, we customize a nutritional supplement designed specifically for your nutritional profile. It's absolutely the most state-of-the-art nutritional testing in the world and done in the most modern, licensed medical testing lab that's focusing on helping people use nutrition to become as healthy as possible.
And you know what was really cool, Gary? When I got my customized vitamins, it had on the packaging, customized vitamins for James Moore. And I was like, cool!
Yeah, it's really awesome.
The Jimmy vitamins, the Gary vitamins. I love it. I love it. Well, if people want to take advantage of these tests and get their own customized vitamins, you can go to GetYourHealthTested.com, and once you get your health tested, you will have these vitamins automatically shipped to you and see how they change your life. And definitely, I can already tell, Gary, I've been doing this for about a month or two, been taking these vitamins, and I can tell a difference in the way my health has improved, and I really hope my listeners take advantage of it. Again, it's GetYourHealthTested.com.